Major League. Adding fog with the FOGDOG, straight to the top with the pace drop. Pace too hot, you can't keep up when he heats up and takes the lead. Now all you see is Drake University. So it's time to subscribe for the best alive and go stride for stride with the Batman pride. It's Adding Fog coming at you with the top dog exclusive. It's Adding Fog exclusive. Adding Fog, FOGDOG. Subscribe now for the top dog.
We are 26 hours out from UK Indoors 1500 heat. I've just done my jog, about to do a few strides. I did my final session yesterday, so like 2 days before my heat. Usually we go 3 days before racing, but just because of travel and like racing Milrose and having a heat probably, we went 2 days out from heat. So yeah, just really short strides today. Usually we do like 5 by 100 with spikes on. I've put my flats on, so I'll be, you know, feeling hopefully a little bit quicker than just in trainers, but nothing major for strides today. Just keeping it pretty light before race tomorrow. Decent field. Job tomorrow, simple, very, very simple, is get to the final.
How did that feel?
All right, yeah, fine. Good to go. 2 more.
All good.
Just gonna shuffle for like a minute.
Race day. 1500 heat tonight. It's 10:30 right now. I tried to sleep in as much as I could. Quite a relaxed start to the day. Very, very simple, and probably some people will be like, this isn't the healthiest breakfast on earth, but 2 pieces of white bread turned into slightly toast. I like my toast to be very light. And then just a little bit of peanut butter and some honey. I'm gonna shake out pretty soon. Shaking out, I used to always do it just first thing in the morning when I woke up, but the last couple of races it's kind of been like 6 or 7 hours out, so kind of just being a bit more relaxed with it today. I'll go in, well, when I've had this, which will probably end up being about 7.5 hours out from racing. Then we'll have a big, like, brunchy eggs and bagel and stuff like that. Chill out for the afternoon and head to the track. So yeah, time to eat, shake out, chill, eat again, chill some more, and get ready to go. UK Indoors time, baby.
British Champs Heats, shake out.
Yeah, little shake of the legs. Yeah, just kind of get some blood flowing, kind of wake the legs up. Recently I've just been doing a mile, like 8 minutes, nothing groundbreaking, so that's probably what I'll do today. It never feels that good, but I think you feel better for doing it, just kind of getting moving a little bit in the morning. And yeah, then this afternoon, well, this evening, yeah, just got to get through to the final. So that's the plan, and try and do as little as possible to get that done. I mean, I don't want it to come down to like, go right here. I don't want it to come down to like a sprint finish where I have to run like a really hard last 200. I'd much rather kind of string it out and feel safe with like 400 to go. So I'll probably, if it's kind of going pretty slow, I'll probably move it along a little bit and just make sure that with 400, 300, 200 to go, I'm not having to sprint into the line to secure my spot. So yeah.
How are you feeling?
Good to go, just getting to the track. Feeling good. Racing in just over 2 hours. Yeah, should be very, very enjoyable.
Lovely. Sounds good.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
On your mark.
Bridget in second.
Go Adam!
Adam Fogg had a sub 350 mile at the Millrose Games last weekend.
Go on Adam!
This is getting strung out with 5 places in the final, and we're keeping an eye on the first attempt at a new world league, the highest bar in the world this year, and a new championship record if successful. So let's make sure we give any decibels left to this attempt by Molly Caudry. This time it will be 800 metres down, 700 metres to go. 2:01.23, so pretty swift. 3 laps to go. They've got 2 laps to go, 400 metres remaining.
Go on Adam! All the way mate! All the way! Come on Adam! Come on! Come on! Finish it off!
Day 2. Day of the final on the little shakeout run again. Slept pretty okay, not great, but it's always the way after a race, especially an evening race. We raced at like 6:50 last night, and then after you like warm down and stuff, it turns into a not late one, but you know, a little bit of a late one. So yeah, just shaking out the legs. Job done yesterday. Did exactly what was needed, and just kind of found myself at the front and thought I might as well just stay here, move decently, but nothing over the top. Just kind of stay out of trouble and make sure I got through. I didn't want to kind of muck about and, you know, put myself in a bad spot and leave it up to a kick. So yeah, job done yesterday, job to do today, and simply that is to win. So yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna, the plan is kind of to probably tuck in the first 600, 700, 800, see what's kind of happening in the race, not be in a bad spot, but like not lead the whole thing, and then if I am able to, I'll make a push to the front with either kind of 600, 700 or 800 out, and kind of wind it up and get it moving, and hopefully run away and live happily ever after. So that's the plan, that's the goal, get the win, book my ticket for World Indoors. So yeah, hopefully today is a very good day.
People to keep an eye out for on there. Adam Fogg at the bottom of the list from Coventry United Harriers, 3:34 this year, en route to a cracking 3:49 indoor mile 7 days ago. He's travelled back from the US. Ben Murphy of Tunbridge then, Tom Bridger, only 20 years of age. Bridger will fancy his chances. Jack Patton, Joe Tuffin from Birmingham Roheath just down the road, great run in the heats yesterday. Kane Elliott, Falkirk man, Callum Elson, one of the men vying for the gold medal here. Corey Campbell, 17 years of age, the youngest man in the field, Campbell. Jack Gump, and rounding up the field, Piers Copeland, the champion here 2 years ago. Now this race won back in 1978 by a certain Tim Hutchins. Peeling around the outside, this is really, really slow.
I'll tell you what about this 1500 metres, I'm fascinated because I thought Piers Copeland and Adam Fogg looked brilliant. They both looked quite majestic and in control in their qualifying races yesterday, so I think that's the clash to watch.
It's Callum Elson now just moving to the outside and to the front of Adam Fogg has got himself boxed in a bit because Tuffin is just on his outside shoulder, and Fogg now spots the move. And well, Callum Elson, third in this event last year, and he was 8th at the UK Outdoor Championships
3 by 3 by 3. I mean, it's really, really tightly packed. It's been so slow. I thought somebody might kick in hard there, make a long run for it from 800 out, but that's not the case.
Finally, we thought he might just take this out hard. Thought Elson might take it out hard, but Copeland there on the inside. Elson with Piers Copeland, who came 6th at the European Indoor Championships, 5th rather at the European Indoor Championships a few years ago. And Fogg now at the front, really starting to turn the screw, and Elson is poised. Copeland is there as well. Joe Tuffin, can he do it for Birmingham, sitting in 4th at the minute, but with 400 to go, it's going to start winding up even more. And Elson, just a look on his shoulder, so does Fogg. Why do they keep looking? They just need to keep going, and it's Fogg searching, but here comes Callum Elson. Maybe needs to just move and steep, drifting around the outside, but it's Adam Fogg going again. Can he hold on for Coventry here? Elson is charging, Copeland on the inside. Fogg is battling, but look at Copeland on the inside. Finger to the mouth, and he has shocked everyone there. 3:48.45. Well, they just...
Thank you. Thank you.
He was in a rush to get out of here. He didn't stick around. Let's have a look, shall we? No, that's perfect. Fog Daddy reckons it's a bit small, but thought when in Rome, might as well get a speed suit. So here we have it. Oh, sorry. But I don't know what to do. Fog Daddy's trying to find a carrot. Okay, we are a few days post-race. I've had a few days to kind of reflect on it and think about kind of how the race went. Got selected for World Indoors. Only top 1 was guaranteed to make the team. Obviously didn't get the win. Piers Copeland came through, got the win. Unfortunately for him, he hadn't run the time this year, which means that it leaves it up to the selectors for taking anyone. So I always, ever since I ran 3:49 at Melrose, I kind of felt like I was in quite a good spot, finishing 4th in that race, running that time, and being well under the qualifying standard. I felt like I was in an alright spot if I didn't get the win, but obviously the plan was to try and get the win, and I gave it my all on the day, gave it my best shot, and obviously came up just short in the end by 0.2 of a second, I think it was. So it was 0.2 of a second from me to Piers Copeland. I think Callum got me by 0.09 with his dive at the line. So Piers, Callum, me and Callum got selected for the team because Callum ran his 3:53 the week prior, so he ticked off the indoor standard as well. And yeah, I would say like the race, in the heat, I kind of, you know, obviously got the job done, got through to the final, but I feel like Melrose was such a high, like running 3:49, coming 4th in that race, beating some decent names at Melrose was such a massive high, and then I think it kind of took a couple of days to kind of get over that and obviously travelled back, and trying to then turn my focus to running at UK Indoors and resetting, kind of trying to forget that I'd just run that time, but at the same time knowing then that I kind of had a target on my back and everyone was going to be looking at me as like, this guy's just run 3:49 for the mile. So at UK Indoors I had the red bib, and I think I definitely put a lot of pressure on myself to get the win, and overall I would say I handled it like pretty well. I think I said that in an interview with Athletics Weekly, like got through my heat, just took it out, did what I had to do, just got through to the final, and then in the final I always kind of planned on doing exactly what I did. Unfortunately, it just didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to. I will say that I think I probably could have done a bit better, to be honest. At the Dr. Sander mile a couple of weeks back, I ran 3:53 for the win after going through 802 flat, and I front ran the whole of the second half of the race and closed harder than I closed in this race. from the front. So I kind of wanted to do that and essentially simulate that race exactly, take over kind of somewhere around 800, 900, kind of 600 or 700 out. Ended up taking over at 800. We were 210. It was awfully slow, and it was, you know, it's so choppy, and no one can run cleanly when it's that slow, and everyone's kind of just jockeying for position and trying not to get boxed and kind of trying to watch for moves being made and stuff. And when I took over, I started turning the screws, and I ran, I think, 29 high, 28 low, and then 26 mid for the 3 laps from 800 to 1400, kind of went 29, 28, 26. So I was winding it up, and in doing that, it never felt smooth, but kind of I felt like I was turning the screws decently. I would have liked to have been able to give it a little bit more. In saying that, I was constantly looking around, and I know people have been commenting saying, what's he doing looking around? Honestly, I would say most of the checkbacks were because I kept getting clipped.
All around, you can't run cleanly. And when I went, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. I got clipped probably 20 times in that race. Almost every step it felt like I was checking behind me, like, what's going on? And, you know, it worked out the way it worked out. I did what I planned on doing. And
it's very, very subtle. Just tiny little rhythm breakers of having your heels clipped is quite annoying when you're running hard. So I was just kind of having a little look back, like, what's going on? When I have someone in front of me, I refuse to clip their heels, and I don't know, I think you can feel when it's happening. You can certainly feel when it's happening from when you're in front. In saying that, I did want to protect my position. Once I hit the lead, I was like, I'm gonna hold the lead, and I'm not gonna let this up, because I couldn't, kind of, if I wanted to win the race, I think I had to stay in front. And yeah, I gave it 100%. I gave it a real crack. Came up just short in the end, but that's this sport. That's the way it goes. You come off a massive, massive high, and then put a lot of pressure and expectation on yourself to kind of continue with that momentum. And yeah, I think I dealt with it okay in the end, but I really, really wanted to win, and I kind of was going into that final like, I've got no excuse not to win, essentially, because after running a time like that, anything other than the win is going to be disappointing, essentially. Which sounds a little bit silly to say. It's a national medal, but going into that, I knew if I didn't win, I wouldn't be 100% happy. The win was going to be the only thing that was, well, the win was going to be the only thing that guaranteed World Indoors, and the win was going to be the only thing that I was completely satisfied with. The way it worked out at the end, I know a lot of people were kind of commenting and saying, like, I was moving out to hold off Callum, and I should have protected the inside. If anyone rewatches the race, I was arguably like closer to the inside in the home straight. I certainly didn't move out. I was running wide the whole way, trying to protect my shoulder the whole way. And I would say because I'm tall on an indoor track, even on an outdoor track, I think I run pretty wide. Indoor, I certainly run wider. And if you rewatch the race, I'm running wide the whole way through. I finished in lane 1. I'm still in lane 1. Obviously, Piers found a gap on the inside, and he finished so strongly. I think if I closed the door and was running on the rail, I think he still could have come around the outside, and it just would have meant he would have gone around the outside instead of sneaking through the inside. He looked like he had a lot left. He was very relaxed and got through the inside and just ran away with it, essentially. So I don't think having the inside a tiny bit left open affected anything. And just to clarify, I didn't move out. I held my line. I was wide in lane 1 the whole race from when I took over. So yeah, that made the team though, and that's kind of, looking back on it, that is the biggest thing for me, making World Indoors. That is something that a few months ago I didn't think was going to be possible, and then obviously running 349, kind of running 353 and missing the standard by 0.05, but feeling really good doing it, made me realise like I could run the time 100% and then could get myself on the team, and then obviously running 349 kind of confirmed that. So it is, obviously UK Indoors was a bit disappointing to not get the win, but as I was saying in the 349 video, your perspective changes so quickly in this sport, and running that time then means that I'm looking at anything other than a win at UK Indoors as a disappointment, which is kind of shows how far I guess I've come even just this year. So yeah, making the team is really good, very exciting for me. So it's going to be me and Callum on the team. We both got selected, and World Indoors, Glasgow, start of March. Gonna be good. Such a good opportunity. First time running on the world stage. Should be good, should be fun. Will be very exciting, travelling up to Glasgow next week, and looking forward to it. Thank you for watching. Hopefully that all makes sense. And yeah, I guess World Indoors, here we come.